Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you liked my last video about the D brand skins. Again, great product. Got some more reviews coming out. But today I wanted to show you my desk setup. It's not a typical YouTuber desk setup, not necessarily a typical setup in general. Let's check it out. So the base of my desk setup is a sit-stand desk. It's just a cheap desk that we found on Amazon. I don't even know the brand or the name of it or anything like that. It was really easy to put together. It wasn't too hard. It does have 4 adjustable modes or 4 adjustable heights that you can set it to. It doesn't have any pressure sensitivity or anything like that. It probably can't hold more than 200 pounds. It's just cheap. It wobbles when you raise it, and it wobbles a little bit when you're using it. Something that I'm getting used to, but I used to have a really large L-shaped solid wood desk, which I liked, but now that my wife works from home every now and then, we needed to have 2 desks. So we cleared out the space, got rid of the extremely large, heavy desk, and got 2 of the exact same standing desks. Eventually I'm going to want to upgrade, so I'll make a video once that happens, but it's probably going to be a little while before that happens. But it does the job. It serves its function. I get to stand. I probably stand about 25% of the time, usually towards the later part of the day. I have 3 different machines that kind of run my setup. The first is my Mac Mini. It's the M1 version Mac Mini, and it serves me well. It's got 16 gigs of RAM and 2 terabytes of storage. I'm sure everyone is aware of the different Bluetooth issues that the first M1 Mac Mini had, and this one is no exception. It definitely has all those issues, but it gets the job done. I use that when I want to do like email or calendaring or just basic admin stuff from my desk. I use it to run my RAID system. So I have 2 32 terabyte RAID storage devices, and I have them split up so it's 18 terabytes each. So I have one for photos and I have one for videos. So that's where I back everything up. And then I use Backblaze to back those up and everything else. So it kind of works out. I have 2 places to store all my photos and videos. Outside of that, I have an M2 Pro MacBook Pro with 32 gigabytes of RAM and the 8 terabytes of storage. I know everybody's going to yell at me saying I could have gotten 2 terabytes, I could have gotten 1 terabyte, heck, I could have gotten 4 terabytes. I hate to carry around SSDs. I hate to carry around external drives, dongles, and all that stuff. Unfortunately, some of my video products and projects do exceed that limit. The projects get to be up to 7-8 terabytes, and it's kind of insane. So I have to back up my projects, especially video projects, onto a external drive, external SSD. I have 3 external SSDs. They're each 4 terabytes, and they are the SanDisk Extreme ones, but they're really small. They're a lot smaller than what I was expecting. I do have an LG curved monitor, which you can see behind me. Used to want multiple monitors, and I just found it to be hard to concentrate on what I was working on to be able to get everything that I needed to get done. So I was like, you know what? Forget this. I did have like a 27 or 24 inch LG monitor. I really like the LG monitors. So this has a KVM switch built in, so that worked perfectly. So I have the HDMI cable going to my Mac Mini, and then I have a display port to USB-C connected to one of my UGREEN hubs, and then I have the Apple Thunderbolt 4 cable connected to that hub and then routed out to underneath. So underneath the shelf, I can put my MacBook Pro. I also have a Windows laptop for my day job where I do geographical information system mapping. So that's another thing. I have a keyboard that can help me switch between using Mac OS and Windows. So I do have the MX Mechanical Mini by Logitech. The one thing I will say about the MX Mechanical Mini, and it's something that I'm not used to because I've not used a mechanical keyboard in years, and I know that there's been tons of advancements on mechanical keyboards. So this is another reason why I thought this would be a great kind of entry into the world of mechanical keyboards. It's a mechanical keyboard, but it's also slim, low profile. And I also got the tactile quiet switches. So here's what it sounds like. Still has some clickiness to it, but it's not quite as voluminous and clicky as all the other different switches. It took me a little time to get used to it because I actually used to have the MX Master Mini, which I loved. It was a great slim keyboard, but I always kind of wanted to venture into the mechanical keyboard scene, and so this was the way for me to do it. I'm able to connect up to 3 devices. So I have my Mac Mini connected, I have my MacBook Pro, and then I have my Windows laptop. So that works just fine there. Outside of that, I just have a few things on the desk. I have a frame that's got pictures of my kids. I do have the LG MX speakers, which I don't think they make anymore. They work good. I have them directly connected to the Mac Mini via the UGREEN audio cable. And then I have the MX Master 3S mouse. It has completely silent clicks. And you can see it fits perfectly in my hand. You can connect up to 3 devices, and on top of that, it charges via USB-C here in the front. So even if you want to use it while it's charged in, even if you want to use it while it's plugged in and charging, you can, and it doesn't get in the way or anything like that. It really is the perfect mouse, and it works fantastic with Mac OS and Windows. It's just a great mouse to use. So and I see every desk setup I see, almost everybody either has the MX Master mouse or they have some version of maybe like a Logitech mouse. They're really dominating the mouse game, honestly, and the keyboard game, besides them and like Keychron and Newfie and some of those others. But yeah, they're killing it. Outside of that, I have 2 drawers. One drawer holds kind of like a junk drawer, honestly. And then the other drawer holds everything else that I need office-wise. So different cables, charging cables, pens, all sorts of things like that. I mean, I guess you could kind of count it as a junk drawer as well. It's got all that kind of stuff in it. Also on the top shelf there's a UGREEN charging station. So it's got 3 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port. I can also plug in on either side, and I can also use a regular plug to plug in on the top. So it gives me a lot of options to be able to charge all my devices. And it's worked fantastic. I used to have cables going everywhere and just it looked terrible. So it helps me really keep things cleaned up, and I only get out cables when I absolutely need them. Outside of that, I have another charging area that I can use to charge everything else if I need to. But when I'm using it and stuff, I've got the charger there on my desk. So underneath the monitor on top of the shelf, besides the UGREEN charging station, I have 2 UGREEN docks. One dock is connected to the Mac Mini, and the other dock connects to whatever laptop or device that I have plugged in sitting on top of the main desk area. If I'm using one of my laptops, I usually slide it into the little cubby that's there, and I almost always have my iPad sitting right there between the keyboard and underneath the monitor. So when I'm working, you know, I kind of like to have maybe like YouTube up or something, or listen to music or something like that. So I'll normally play it from there because one, it's got great speakers, and I can always connect my iPad via Bluetooth to the MX Logitech speakers as well. And they produce pretty darn good sound. I mean, it's nothing to rave about, but you know, they're small, they're nice, and they do the job. You will notice that I have a kind of like an analog clock and date keeper. So I found that on Amazon really cheap, but I wanted something that was analog on my desk. It's just clear plastic and black plastic, but I thought it was kind of cool. Eventually, I'm probably going to upgrade to something different, but that's how desk setups are. They evolve over time and they change. That's my setup. That's what I use, and it serves me well. So hopefully you like this video. Let me know what you think of the desk setup. I'm sure everybody has their own unique desk setup. Mine's not the cleanest or the slickest or most expensive, but it's mine, and I enjoy using it. And eventually, yeah, I will upgrade when I get the chance. So please remember to like, subscribe, hit that bell so you get notified when I release more videos, and I'll catch you on the next one.